I'm live. I had to take a breath. And we're live with another one. Sorry about the, actually, it was kind of perfect. I was trying to get off that video and then the fire alarm saved me in the middle of a hot dog joke. Hot dog, hot dog. That didn't really save me from anything. It would totally fucking, I wouldn't be a psychic if I didn't say I saw this coming. I didn't see this coming. What's up, everyone? I am the High Priestess Phoenix. I am going to skip the intro so I can save my breath for something more important. In order to keep up with me, you had to see my last video. I said in my last video, let me open the comments. I said in my last video that I had had enough and I needed to tell this person that I had had enough, and I tried to, whatever. And I sent her the video and I got the fucking response that I expected. Now, of course, as soon as I hit live, I got another message, but I didn't even see that message. Realistically, I'm so used to this. You don't get to be me by not dealing with this. Really? Boundaries. So when I said I told her, she's all, that's all you had to say. I listen to your shit about Bobby and that other fuckhead all the time. But, I just thought you were my friend, and obviously nobody cares. And so fuck it. Good luck with your move. That's your move, huh? Oh, and I'm not Diana. That's what I got back. By sending that message and expressing my feelings that I didn't want to deal with this, I got, well, fuck you. I listen to what you fucking talk about, and you don't want to fucking hear it. I thought you were my friend. Well, good luck with your life. That's what I got back. That's nice. Obviously, there's more being said, but I don't want to hear it. You spoke your truth in the heat of the moment, and your flame and your glory. This is what you said to me. And I can forgive you, and you can say, I'm sorry, I was just upset. No, that was your truth. That's the truth. If this is your response this time, it'll be the same response next time. This is just the beginning of a lot of difficult conversations of me standing my ground about situations. So I said I didn't want to have this conversation about this man anymore. She said, well, I listened to yours and I thought you were my friend. So, never mind. And by the way, I'm not Diana, which I don't know why she threw that in there. Just let's throw this bitch in there, by the way. And good luck with your move. Okay. Okay. Am I hurt by it? No. I know what I'm dealing with. I know I'm dealing with a hurt person right now that, got hurt by my words, and there was no way I was going to be able to say this, that I wasn't going to be met with defense. And this is what happens. And this is why I can't have relationships. Really? I mean, this goes back to something very interesting that Morgan said. Morgan said something interesting, and she thought so high of herself. But let me remind you what Morgan said. Not everybody's fucking replaceable. You can treat me like you fucking treat everyone else, but I promise you, I'm not going to respond the same way everybody else does. And you're really going to regret how you treated me. I can forgive you for what you just said, and you can act like it didn't just happen, but it did. I told you I didn't want to talk about your baby daddy no more, and you said, well, I listened to your shit, and since you're not my friend, well, good luck with your move, and bye-bye. Now, whatever you said after that, I didn't hear anything else after that. There was nothing else that needed to be said after that. There was nothing else. Everything you said, and here they come. This is the third one now. Everything else you're saying after that doesn't matter. You said your piece, peace be with you. I said, I don't want to do this. And you said, fine. Well, I'm then good luck with your life. That's how that translates. I don't need a translator to know what that says. That was like, well, go fuck yourself. Is what I got out of that. Well, go fuck yourself. Go fuck him. Fuck your life. Do you want me to get evil with you? Or am I supposed to cry? Am I losing a friend here? My friend would have understood that I've had enough. Instead, you're saying I'm not your friend because you can't pour more on me. And you told me to, you basically said goodbye. Good luck with your move. Okay. Bye, Felicia. Bernadette. B. Bye. Did I not know this was going to happen? Oh, I was sure of it. Did I have to do what I had to do to honor what's true to me? Mm-hmm. If you say this, there's no going back. I know. This is going to cut a tie. This will cut the tie. If you say things like this to a person, because this is the conditions, in order to be her friend, I got to listen to this shit. And if I don't listen to this shit, she don't want to be my fucking friend. Is that a friend? That's my job as your friend, for you to trauma dump me all the time? That's my job? And you're saying that's what I do with you? I trauma dump you? Then this is an unhealthy friendship. Fine. Bye. Bye, Felicia. Now, let's go back to that question when you sent me that message. How come you're my only friend? What did I tell you? I don't know why you ain't got no friends, but I know why I ain't got no friends. Because I speak the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And people don't like that. They don't respect the truth that I speak. There was nothing wrong with that. Maybe my delivery, but as I said, I don't know how to say this nicely. Going back to Morgan, I don't know how to say this nicely. I don't know how to say this, but I'm going to have to say something. Something must come out of my mouth. No matter what I say, this is a two-edged sword, bro. It's going to hurt me saying it, and it's going to hurt you receiving it. And you're definitely going to hurt me back when I say this, because your feelings are hurt. So you're going to take it out on me. But that's what you were doing to begin with. I'm not listening to any of this. This is what happened with Sophie. I told her in the car, this is what happens. You get one chance, bro. Don't do this with me. I don't need to deal with you. I don't need you. That's what people don't get. They want to be fucking, you know what I mean? Like, you're so fucking important that I got to put up with this shit. I got to listen to this shit. You're so important in my life. I have to hear you out. I heard it. And I told you I didn't want to hear it. And now you want to apologize because you know you were wrong? Okay, well, you know. And that's what it is. People learn through me. And that's the truth. The power of your words. Use them wisely. If it was that quick for you to cut me off, you'll cut me off again. If I forgive this, you'll use that same, if I allow this, you'll use that same technique on me next time I say something you don't like. I'll have a good move. And you and your family and your friends and everything that I thought we were going to be will not be part of it, because all you care about is you and your baby daddy. Because I said you couldn't bring him to the conversation, you removed you and all of them out. You removed yourself. You replaced me with him because I didn't want to hear it. You couldn't respect that I don't want to have this conversation. And you want to talk about it. I don't want to. You said that. Those were your words. And that's what fucking happened with Sophie. Sophie came to me. I met Sophie at her job. The bitch was too loud, and it made me talk to her. God woke me up out of the middle of a nap. I live by 3 dispensaries that I could literally walk to. He took me to a dispensary over 1.5 miles away called Mecca. That's where she works at. This ghetto-ass dispensary. There's one ghetto-ass one in Aurora, and there's a ghetto-ass one on Federal. It's the cheapest-ass weed. Ghetto fabulous, bro. It's the most ghetto-ass place you could buy weed, and it's cheap, and it's the most bombest weed. Really? Takes me all the way out there. I'm not trying to save $1. I woke up from a nap and I end up at this fucking dispensary. And there's this girl, and she's fucking louder than life. She looks like a stripper at a fucking dispensary. She's got all kinds of fucking crazy gold. She's got this fucking hairpiece on, her titties hanging out, her Nikes. She's like Kevin Featherline in a female form. And I tell this bitch, straight up, I was like, all that would get you fucked up in my streets. She's like, what, the streets of Denver? I was like, obviously not if you run around these streets looking like that. Anyways, I told her some shit and I gave her my card. I met her later at Sloan's Lake. I did a cleansing on her. She told me about all of her, you know what I mean, what brought her. She had just gone through some serious shit. Like she was going through domestic violence. Stop texting me. See, that's where it is. She got to be heard. She got to be heard about this. I'm not listening. That's where it is. You have lost my attention. And that's where people get real mad and they start screaming at me. It happens with my daughter. I'm done. I've exited this conversation and they get in my face and that's where it becomes physical. They can't use their words. I'm no longer paying attention. I've become a doll and you want to shake the shit out of this doll. You want to punch this doll. You want to hit this doll because this doll won't listen to you anymore. I'm not. I'm tone deaf to the bullshit. I turned it off. Now, as I'm doing this with what I just said was my close friend, that's how fast it'll happen. And that's why people know, dude, if I say the wrong thing to her, I'll lose her forever. You will. You don't treat me like people. I'm not people. And I told you that when I first met you. I tell everyone, I'm a Holy Spirit. Tread lightly. But you get too comfortable and you start treating me like you would treat anybody. And God said, no, you're not going to talk to her like that. You're not going to treat her like that. He tells me how you're not going to treat me. And he tells me to tell you how to treat me. And if you can't respect it, he tells me to walk away. He makes me stand up for me. I don't have a boyfriend, a father, a mother that says, hey, back the fuck up off her. That's me that tells you. How many times, bro? So anyways, I meet her and right away I already get this vibe off of fucking Sophie that she's doing too much. Later, she starts to tell me about her problems at work. These bitches are hating on me. Well, I see it. She starts to tell me about her hustle way. She's hustling fucking people to get tips. And these girls don't like it. They think she's pimping herself. And she is. And I got to find a nice way to tell her to tone that shit down. She's making people hate her. She's like, no, I'm just a hustler and I'm just this and I'm just that. And it's not my fault that they don't have the same game and they don't care about themselves the same way. And they don't know how to fucking, you know what I mean, work the tips. And I kept trying to tell her to chill. And it's a whole story. You can look back in my, I don't know, they're all there. Everybody's story's there. Don't fuck with me if you don't want your story on the internet. Anyways, so I work through it and this is what happens. This girl ends up, you know, I mean, she tells me right away how this girl has disrespected her and the manager. I was like, bitch, I'd have fucked them up. I'd have punched him and walked out. Fuck that job. As soon as I met her, I told her to fuck that job. So then she goes on to tell me how they sabotage. Do you see how many messages I'm getting from B? This is all her and I just keep swiping. I'm not going to read any of them. This is what I did to Sophie. It came down, dude. I kept trying to work with her in this job, right? I was like, quit your fucking job. She didn't want to quit it. So then she lost it and she got transferred over to federal and she actually lives over there. And I was like, see, God did you a blessing. And they made her, you know what I mean? She got better tips. She wasn't going to that place where they didn't like her and she was closer to home. I was like, see, God had something better for you, right? Later, they fired those people and they asked her to come back to the Aurora one and make her manager, right? And so she gets there and it's the same story that they don't like her. And I'm like, why don't you just take some of that off? You know what I mean? Why don't you be more humble? No, this is just how I am. She's sitting in my parking lot and we're smoking a blunt and she tells me, and I just tell her and I give her the blunt, I grab my shit and I get the fuck out. And I look at her and I was like, well, if this is who you are, then this is who you are. And I don't deal with people like this. And I slam the door and I walk out of her life. And she sends me hella messages. It's like, bro, if you don't want to accept that you ain't right and you don't want to do anything to get right, I got to get going. She didn't like that. And I knew she wasn't going to like it. And I kind of did it in a coward way. Like, you know, during the fire drill, I sent the message and was like, I got some harsh words for you. I hope you can understand. Right. And I told her exactly where to go in the video to listen to it. She didn't understand. She had no understanding to my harsh words. And they were too harsh and she didn't want to be my friend no more. Basically telling me to, you know, have a nice move. Have a nice life. Okay. You can't take that back, bro. I can forgive it. But I know that this is your reaction to harsh words. You're going to kick me out of your life every time I say some shit that you don't like. That's okay. I forgive you because that's what everyone does to me. If I say no more, you no longer want me around you. And that shows more about you than me. And it takes me a long time to stand up for myself. And I know when I do, the relationship ends. I know this. And that's the only reason I have relationships. They last as long as I can tolerate the bullshit. But when I can't tolerate no more, no matter how I say it, that goes back to Russ and what was her name? I forgot his name. It was this couple. They were filthy fucking people. And I kept tolerating it and I kept tolerating it. And then one time I gave him a ride and he fucking smelt up my car, bro. And so he asked me for a ride the next time. And I was like, I can't do this, dude. And so I had to find a nice way to tell him. And I told her, I was like, in the nicest way, could you ask him to, you know what I mean, to throw in some deodorant? Because last time, I can't put down the windows. It's hot and this and that. And she's like, we don't believe in deodorant. And, da 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 da. And whatever. And she told me to fuck off. She was like, we'll never ask you for anything ever again. Why? Because I said that I didn't like the smell that was coming off your body. Now you don't want to be my friend? Fine. Now I don't have a stinky friend. Really? Sorry. It's like you think that I lost something in the fact of what you were pouring on me? No, you lost something good, bro. Why? Because you didn't know when to stop. And I told you to stop and that wasn't acceptable. Really? Mm-hmm. So you go back to I keep saying what's her bitch ass name? I lose your name. You're just a face in my memory. It doesn't even matter. You don't even matter anymore. We're just a lesson. But I'm staying with them in Wisconsin and my spirit says, tell her you're not going with her today. You're not going to Minnesota. You're not going to the Twin Cities today. You're not going to go spend their birthday with them today. I was like, God, if I tell her no, she's going to throw a fit and probably throw me out of here. I said, no, it'll be all right. I tell her, you know what? Millie doesn't feel well. And my spirit's got a bad feeling, dude. I'm going to sit this one out. I'm not going to go with you guys today to celebrate the birthday if that's okay. We're just going to stay at the house while you guys go into town and celebrate Lily's birthday. She goes berserk. Tells me I'm a selfish fucking bitch and I ruin everything. And that's why I didn't have no fucking friends in the apartment and to get the fuck out of her house. And then she makes me feel bad because I won't leave my dog. Like, oh my God. I get in the road and I'm so embarrassed. I'm so hurt and I'm so devastated. But the whole time I'm like, guys, thank God we got out now. She would have thrown me out anytime I went against her. I had no idea she would act like that if I ever said no to her. And that's what B just did. I didn't really know how far you were going to go, and I'm not going to see that you went any further than that. We'll stop there because I'm sure you're going to go back and forth. This is called gaslighting, where you try to fucking make me feel bad, but then you try to apologize at the same time. I don't want to do this. Realistically, you're in a hard place, and I tried to, carried you this far, but I can't carry you any further. And obviously, you still want to be carried. And that's bullshit. To treat me like I'm disposable is what gets you disposed of. Deny me before the Lord, and he shall surely deny you. What? My very presence. My last video, there's a person, he's like, they've acknowledged, hello, Divine Mother. They acknowledge who I am in the spirit. You can't even see it in the flesh. You're just going to kick me to the curb. That's fine. Have a nice life. You're not going with me to the next life. Let's see. Let's see if God approves your housing to live in my building after you've treated me in such ways. Realistically, just saying. Just saying. And that's it, dude. Reap what you sow, bro. You can't take back what you've said. And that's what I've learned the hard way too. But what I said, I meant it. I meant what the fuck I said. I don't take back anything I said. I didn't know the extent of how long this was going to work. But when I told my sister, I'm going to drop you like my mom did, which meant forever, hey, I stood behind that. I ain't talked to her since. I abandoned her forever, just like my mom did in that conversation. Realistically, yeah. You want to dispose of me? I will dispose of you for the rest of this lifetime. Really? Not everybody's replaceable. God didn't make not two of me. He put my spirit inside of people, but they can't control it. He didn't make two of me. Never. There's a billion of you guys. Adams and Eves. You might have a little bit of rebellion, a little bit of fire, a little bit of adventure, a little bit of excitement, a little bit of spirit. But you ain't me. You could never be me. And you want to treat me like I'm like everybody? Oosh, that's your karma, bitch. And that's where it is. I come in under the cloak of the fucking regular skin, and you shit on the Holy Spirit. I did nothing but try to love you, bro. What have I done for you, B? Nothing but been a supportive friend, dude. I didn't want nothing from you. Nothing. I'm just cool for you. I didn't want nothing from you. I asked you for a ride, and I was surprised you did, and I was glad that it worked out. I've never asked you for shit. I didn't come to you in a needing place. I've been nothing but a good friend. And then I said, friendly as I could. I don't want to do this anymore. Well, then you're not my friend. That's the conditions. Love is conditional. You must meet the conditions for somebody to love you and give you their time and energy. If you do not treat them the way they want to be treated, they will take away their love, time, energy, finances, and turn everybody against you. As soon as she starts talking to me, guess where she's going to be hanging out with? Jude and fucking dude. Fucking, she's going to go hang out with those chicks. Why? Because she needs a friend. And then you go back to it. It's like God told me to try to be a friend, but he told me to be a friend with someone that was never going to be my friend. That's nice. He knew that this day would come. They always do. Really? Cycles. And it's that. Why am I doing this? I'm standing on my truth, dude, my boundary. I said I didn't want to talk about this no more, and you said you didn't want to be my friend. That is so simplistic. That is so simplistic. That's a good enough reason for me to walk away. I don't need any other reason to walk away other than the fact that when I say no, that's not good enough. Wow, right? There's somebody on the outside that feels really sorry for me. It's like, damn, bro, people treat you like shit. Nah, people treat people like shit, bro. It's not selective to me, bro. Bobby treated me, everybody treated me, you know what I mean? My husband's people treat me like they treat everyone. They just don't know that I'm the bringer of karma, which they should. Ever since the beginning of the awakening, I have to declare to everyone what I am so that there's no misunderstanding. They just choose of their own free will to neglect the understanding of what I really am. They choose to treat me like shit. It's of their own free will, regardless to my status and who I am. You know I speak to God, right? You know that I do all of this, and you're going to treat me like shit? I'll forgive you, but will the Spirit? And that's where it is like, I'll walk away from this, but what will you be left with? What will you be left with when I walk away? Nothing. You're the same person you were when I walked into your life. You'll just be you'll have a fucking, I call it the withdrawal. You'll have a hole in your heart because you had something that you never had before and now it's gone. Which is what? A loving person. I was just trying to help you. And you think I'm a bitch. And you tell people I'm a terrible person because, I stopped helping you at some point. I became unuseful to you. And so you turn against me. I've never had a real enemy, not somebody outside of me, not some stranger that just picked a fight with me. It was always somebody that got their fucking feelings hurt, that turns against me and rallies against me. I didn't do shit to you, bro. I just told you I didn't want to hear it no more. And you said you didn't want to be my fucking friend? Fine. Fine. The only one that gets hurt is, the kids. Because I really liked your daughter, and so did my kids. I could live without you. I'll miss your daughter. How's that feel? Stalemate. That's what that card was, remember? You have neither one will. Let me reread it. And then I'll take this away and we'll go talk about some witchcraft that might come to get you in the middle of the night. Realistically, I don't know what the consequence is for fucking over the Holy Spirit. I mean, Judas killed himself out of fucking, regret. I can tell you every person's life that I've walked out of, they've done nothing with I've suffered for the rest of their fucking life. I've seen that over and over. Going back to, Ray. I was a burst of sunshine that pulled up next to his RV one day and spent a whole winter with him, filling him with good energy and good vibes and inspiration and love. He had a friend. For the first time in 5 years, he's lived on the streets of fucking Denver in that fucking RV. And a whole family pulled up and would cook dinner with him and watch out for his dog. We had coffee, we had dinner, we had breakfast. We were there together, thick as thieves. So he had to show he had a problem with Venezuelans, not knowing I was one. He could have never known. It didn't matter. What, he's supposed to treat me different? He hates a whole generation of my people. I stand with my people. And so that's it. One day, I just had to walk away from Ray and never talk to him again. I do this because it's the right thing for me. I went to the 6 of Wands. Victory. And that's it. We're severing ties, bro. I can't take anything of the old life into my new life is what's happening, if you really want to know. 2 of Swords. A quarrel has reached a stalemate. An uneasy truce is declared because both sides are equal and unyielding, and neither can win. You may just have to agree to disagree and go your separate ways. Ta-da! And that means I cut 3. I cut 3 ties in under one full moon weekend. That's pretty impressive, don't you think? I mean, it's not like I lost 3 great people. I cut out 3 negative ties out of my life. They're not positive. They're not positive influences. I'm the positive influence in other people's lives. It's unfair. All I am is a fucking burst of positivity trying to push you into a better fucking you. What are you pushing me into? You're pushing my nerves, but I still do this because this is my community service to mankind. Why give you preferential skill or preferential treatment where I could be this burst of sunlight for anyone? I got a whole building of new fucking neighbors that want to meet me. Won't you be my neighbor? That don't want to talk about their baby daddies and shit. Or maybe they fucking do. I'm just the fucking clown in the box that's got to listen to all your fucking confessions and do my best to push you into the light. But I'm not going to sit in the dark with you. You're not going to hold me in the darkness. You're not going to fucking make me feel bad because I don't want to sit around darkness. Realistically, moving on. Really? Ain't that some shit? It is. Now it's going to be awkward. Awkward. This is where that awkward comes from. I now currently live on this side of the fucking... I live like right above her. I will put your enemies... I will make a table and put your enemies. Now I'm covered around these motherfuckers. Don't nobody here like me. Why? Because I told them about themselves? Everybody in this building that don't like me because I done told them about themselves. Really? Why Diana don't like me because I told the bitch about herself? Why my neighbor don't like me because I told him about himself? Why the staff don't like me because I told them about themselves? You want to pay for me to tell you about yourself and you get mad and try to take it on me and then God comes after you? How about not? Realistically, I could tell you some shit about yourself, but why don't you just look at yourself? Let's go fucking look for some dirty, dark shit. Really? Yeah. We're going into some scary shit about Santa Muerte again. What are we talking about? Something women may choose to offer their menstrual blood in a chalice or other vessel for the purpose of, but ideally should add this blood from the slash of a hand or a pricked finger. Well, that's lovely. That's what I'm supposed to do in the Mayan temples. Realistically, I said it. I just didn't really tell you what I saw. What are you supposed to do? I'm supposed to have period sex on a Mayan temple. Really? Yeah. I said I was supposed to have sex up there in a blood ritual. I didn't tell you it was those. Really? Why? It's a long story. I have to shed my blood, and that's the most potent blood. That's the life force. The chalice. That's where all life is born, is in the chalice. That is my most potent energy. Really? Yeah, that's why it's such a pain to deal with. Really? Yeah, what are you reading? I don't know. I have no idea. In Mexico, the birthplace of Santa Muerte, only the most advanced curandos and witches have dedicated their lives to death and have heard of it. It's funny because last night we pulled Hecate, and I was teaching you how to, go on to the other side. And I was talking about my ex-husband's nearing death. I was like, I don't know if he'll make it to 50, bro. He's fucked his life all up. Really? This is a deeply occult and clandestine way of finalizing the creation of your altar and a connection with Santa Muerte. Ugh. This witch shared this ritual with me, and she said I was ready to deepen my bond with death. I had proven myself and she invited me, and this is what we were talking about last night, the initiations. She invited me to share it with those who also feel ready, but I warned them of the consequence of its powers. And that's it. If I give you this, you can't go back. There's no going back. If I give you the ability to speak with the spirits, they don't go away. None of this goes away. Once you have it, you can't put it, it doesn't go away. Really? Yeah. None of it. I definitely do not recommend this ritual for a neophyte or nor an amateur honoring their skills, and absolutely discourage the person likes to work with multiple spirits, saints, or deities from conducting this ceremony. To repeat, it is not for the faint of heart, nor for those who are polytheistic, as the blood pact is an act of complete loyalty to holy death, a promise to be devout exclusively to her till your death and complete union with her. That's selling your soul to this entity. Really? Yeah. And that's what happened. So he came up to me and he's like, I feel like she's haunting me. And I started to look at it and I was like, if you stop feeding this, she starts coming after you. What is it? I'm not sure. It's not a she. They just called it a she. Just like you call the devil Lucifer. That's not what it is. It's an effigy made of mankind's imagination passed on. So it created form in the minds of man. I mean, it's a dark way. It's a doorway to a false god, as I said right here. It's not of the living and it's not of God's creation. It's a man created God of death. You're honoring death. Why? Because of the same reason that people honor the idea of heaven. They believe that after death all things are perfect. Like you're waiting for that day when you die. And that's what I said about my baby daddy. He's like he just is trying to make it till he dies. It's getting harder and harder to make it through his days. And you long for death. You long for the suffering to end. You long for these days to be over. So you pray to a death angel to come faster, to bring an end to your suffering. There's no difference than those of us that get on our knees, like B, praying to God to make this feeling go away. I wish I didn't love him. I wish I didn't feel for him. I wish I could stop thinking about him. I wish I could just move on. They're just praying to a different, they're praying to death to come get them instead of Jesus to redeem them. Really? Mm-hmm. And that's why it says you can't do this if you pray to other saints, spirits, deities. This is selling your soul to this idea. Really? Well, as I read this, there's a beautiful story about Krishna and Vishnu fighting over a soul. So that's not really true. And that's where it goes back to Constantine. The devil thought he had him, and then God's like, nope, this one's mine. Really? You can be redeemed, and that's what he was looking for. He had prayed to this death angel at a time when things were whatever, and he asked upon death upon others or whatever he asked for. He asked from it in a dark place. He asked for a dark being to come in and make things better. And as long as you honor the ritual work, which is making these, keeping a plate, it said something stupid like that, keeping a packed plate of food regularly of its favorite things and, honoring it every day, it would do whatever you needed it to do for you. But this is a pact for the rest of your life. You're making a promise, a blood pact with this deity, which is not real. I want to keep pointing this out. You're making a pact with death that you will feed death and it'll keep you from death or from the feeling of wanting to die, to take away these feelings or just to bring death faster. Not really sure. That's what this is all about. You're working with a death angel, and you're making a pact to work with this for the rest of your life, a blood pact. That's what this is saying right here. Now, is your blood pact with this deity, can it be broken by any other deity? And that's where they'll teach you here about this pact. They'll make you believe there's no way out of this, but this is what you need to go forward, and everything good will come from it. So they sell you this idea of selling your soul. So people have believed, they've made these pacts, they've made these sacrifices. A long time ago, it was said that Kanye West fucking sacrificed his mom for fucking superstar status. You can Google it. If that's so, whatever. He may have done some rituals and then all of a sudden his mom died and he was a billionaire. And now he knows that the outcome is he must go to hell for what he's done. You know what I mean? The pact is forever, however long. And once you make a pact with a deity, and that's me, I can't not be a light worker. I serve the light. I serve the light, bro. They'll come at any time. Buddha, Jesus, God, any time, bro. I have to get up, and that's what my kids don't get. At any time, I have to get up and do God's great works. I work for the light. I don't work for the dark. But in the essence, I am the dark. So it's not like I'm even working against it. I'm just working as a light worker, in the dark. I'm not destroying my own kind. I'm bringing my own kind to the light, which is, the dark forces. But you guys just harness the dark forces inside of you. Realistically, yeah. So this is how this looks. And as I say it, I'm getting, my stomach is on fire, like the pits of hell. People get into these pacts, and I told you, my ex-husband, he had sold his soul to the devil and walked around with a black Bible. Now he walks around in pain and suffering and guilt and shame and regret. He literally lives hell on earth now. Why? Because he hasn't given his life to Jesus? Is it that simple? It can be. You'll have to atone for what you've done. You'll have to confess from your mouth that God is real. You'll have to ask for his forgiveness and for forgiveness of the people that you've harmed along the way. You will have to clean yourself off and go be baptized, mofo. It's part of the deal. But you can be redeemed in Jesus. He was a savior to those that were lost. It's all in your belief. If you believe in a higher power, if you believe Jesus has the power to break you out of this death pack, then so shall Jesus have that power to come and redeem you. He is the Redeemer. But you were in a place in your life that made you believe in a God and that this is your only way out. And this God is how he lives. And that goes back to it, is people believe in hell because their holy practices have told them, if you live this way, this is the consequence. So you've put your belief in hell. You believe there is a place based on what man has told you. You believe there is a place that God's going to take you after this life to suffer. Where's that place? Right back here. I'm here to change your belief, and this isn't a bad idea. What if I'm right and you're wrong? What if there's no other place that we suffer but here? And we are currently in hell. And we have a chance to redeem ourselves from hell and never be here again. That there isn't a place after this life he's going to make us suffer. We only suffer here. Why would you pray for death? To end the suffering, yes? So let's go on to these holy pacts of death, holy hell deaths they got on them. This pact forges forever a deep bond between you and Santa Muerte, and no other deity or person may interfere with. So if you try to deny God, like that's it. If I just try to denounce God all of a sudden, he would wreak hell in my life. I cannot walk away from my servitude as a priestess to God. I cannot leave the light. That's what I was making jokes about with Metatron. I'm over here serving the Egyptians now, but here's Metatron. Hey, you're taking me with you. I cannot leave my duties. I cannot forsake God. He will not let me. If I even tried, he would wreak havoc on my life. But why try when he brings all peace to my life? So this person, my neighbor, won't you be my neighbor? My stalker, he says that, I think she's cursed me. I think she's out to get me. And I didn't know what that meant because I didn't know what he was dealing with. And that's where it is it's like, if you made an oath to honor this God for the rest of your life and you stop honoring this God, best believe this God's going to get you. You made an oath. And according to this, a blood oath. If you're a devotee of Santa Muerte, then you promised with your blood that you would honor her till your dying days. and she would protect you, and she would provide for you, and she would love you. And now all of a sudden you want to abandon her, your belief, and go serve who? If it's not Jesus, you're not getting out of here. Confirmation. Really? Mm-hmm. Most people are liable to change their mind about their spiritual practice over the course of their lifetimes. Hence, this pack is not for most people. Indeed, the ritual is rarely referred to unless you become deeply initiated into the mysteries of Santa Muerte. So what did I do? I made her a plate. I did a ritual to this, and what did they do? They tried to give me what they thought I wanted most, which was Bobby. She tried to give me what I wanted, what she thought would make me happy. But I knew from a higher understanding, this isn't what happiness is for me. All I did was make this bitch a plate. I made her an offering. I burnt the oils. I burnt the herbs, and I learned about her. And that was it. I opened the door to this shit, and this shit, she tried to give me what I wanted most, what she thought I wanted most, which was actually what was going to cause me the most pain. If I get Bobby, I'm going to be in a lifetime of pain, dude. You think it's going to make me feel good to win this situation, to have what I wanted? You think I was going to feel good destroying his marriage, forcing his kids to live differently, trying to rehabilitate this man? He makes me happy in the moment, and I want those moments to last long, and I don't know how to keep those moments, but that's not real. I just want to say that I watched this. It happened, and it scared the shit out of me. It gave me what it thought I wanted most. And that's scary because God doesn't work like that. Why didn't God give it to me? Because he knows it's no good for me. And that's how I can walk in these dark places and still hold the light without being consumed by the darkness, all the glittery things that are down here, the temptations and the darkness. He is a dark temptation. He is a dark fantasy of mine. This is just a fantasy. And if I get what I want out of this, this is not going to be good. It just feels good for a moment. It's just temporary goodness. This isn't a lifetime of goodness. I therefore repeat, as I cannot emphasize this enough, the ritual is only for the most committed, lifelong devotees who is sure they will only worship Holy Death exclusively and no other deity until the day they die. If you decide to do this pact, you must keep this secret until your grave and speak of your pact with only the most trusted fellow devotees, if at all. And that's another thing. Our God asks that you proclaim him as the God out in the living. He wants you to speak of your mouth that he is God. Proclaim it to man that he is real. He does not want you to hide your devotion to him. They're telling you to hide. If you make this pact, don't tell anybody, ever, that you've made this pact with death. You know, going back to it, he is a Mexican. Maybe this is what he did. I should call Mary Jane and tell her to... This will start a good conversation. Hey, were you praying to Santa Muerte your whole life? You know you can be redeemed in Jesus, right? I know they don't teach that in those Catholic churches in Mexico, but you could really be redeemed in Christ. Really? I don't know. Maybe that's how he sold his soul. I don't know what he did, bro. I just lived with the guy. Realistically, obviously. And he was a drug lord, and that's who prays to these deities. Really? I didn't think about it. The blood pact with death must be done on a full moon at midnight. I'm not doing this, bro. Don't make me do this. It's like, this has something to... Dude, I'm not doing this, bro. After you are fully cleansed and purify yourself, the time must be quiet and your energy must be deep, and you must be fresh and clean clothed. They make me do this every full moon. Really? Yeah, you have to be... It's like church, bro. It's a real deal. Really? And they make me put on my magical capes and cloaks and dresses and fucking jewelry. I look like a whole freak out there. Really? I was like, dude, you can't hang out with me on a Saturday into a Sunday. I go from fucking devil worshipping to fucking God worshipping. It looks real scary. I mean, I'm still the same person, but are you going to be the same person as we walk through these 50 Shades of Grey? Anyways, I don't know. You must enter into a deep trance-like state beforehand and make offerings of lavish kind for numerous bouquets of flowers and food, fruits. That's what I gave, is my flowers from my altar, fruits, libations of all kinds. She wanted weed, cigarettes, tequila. I gave her everything she wanted. And what she gave back? What she thought I wanted. This is dangerous. It's real. I'm telling you, the shit is real, but I'm telling you, it's dangerous. Don't do this. Oh my God. Look, but don't touch. I mean, like, I'm telling you not to do this shit, but I'm like, oh, well, I'm supposed to do this on the Mayan temples. I'm supposed to give a blood offering of my womb and on the Mayan temples, but don't you do that. Why? Because you're not covered in the blood of Christ, dipshit. You're not even covered in his in the understandings or his words. You better be careful here. And that's why it is. I told that to Royce so long ago. Do you know why my fucking witchcraft never fails? Do you know why my magic never fucking fails? No matter what darkness they come up against? Because it comes straight for God. You can't fight God. You think you're fighting me. You're fighting God. I channel it straight from God, bro. It's the God source. You cannot beat me, because in essence, to beat me is to beat God, and you're not more powerful than the God I serve. I have no power. It comes straight from him. You can never beat God. Never. Which means you'll never beat me, because that's where it comes from, dipshits. Really? Yeah. Nothing has ever took down the light in all eternity. I'm literally channeling the light. You cannot. And in essence, I'm the goddess of darkness. So your darkness will fucking bow to me once it gets to me. And it'll fucking fear the light that I'm carrying. But realistically, no, I'm just going to bring it to the light. Hey guys, come on. Come with me if you want to live. Really? Yes. I'm not the Redeemer. It's Christ, but I carry Christ's light. Duh. Ghostbusters. Really? Yeah. You may light candles of all colors, including red, black, white. Should I not be teaching you this? I probably shouldn't. Let's not teach you this. Let's see. Women may choose to offer their menstrual blood. Yeah, we're not going to do this. I'm not doing that. I already stopped bleeding last. Dude, she's trying to get the fucking source of God from you. Realistically, I mean, I may do it, but I'm not doing it to death. I don't think so. If I do it on the Mayan temples, it's because I'm doing it for God. Realistically, can you imagine period sex? That sounds so painful. I'm doing this. Why? Because my blood has to be shed there. Why? I carry cursed blood. It's ancestral. Realistically, yeah, it's my dad. Dude, the dipshit. Realistically, yeah. They came to Guatemala in the name of Jesus, and they slaughtered they slaughtered the people of the temples. So in order to make it right, my blood must be fucking shed on that temple to make this right. The blood of my ancestors will be shed to, you know what I mean, will be paid. Blood for blood, blood in, blood out. They killed all those people. So I have to shed my blood for them. Really? Yeah, and that sounds painful as fuck. Who does that type of shit anyways? There's some dirty guy that has sex with his wife or his girl on her period. I'm sure I can find a dirtbag to do this. Just kidding. Or just sit there and bleed on the temple. I'm not sure. Really? I seen it a long time ago. I just didn't tell anyone because it sounded really gross in my head. Sounds really gross out saying it out loud too, doesn't it? All right. Such an offering and ritual must be opened and completed with a prayer and dedication to her. All right. We're not going to read that. The ritual can be carried on at later dates after many months of preferably years when you are sure you are ready to dedicate your life to death. What does that mean? What does that mean? We dedicate ourselves to God in the afterlife. You're dedicating yourself to death? And dedicating yourself to death, you're dedicating yourself to rebirth. I don't understand. The reason it's such a serious commitment is not that it's a promise that can simply serve, forgotten, or abandoned. You shouldn't, or should you change your mind, meet a partner who does not approve of your devotion to death, or forget or move on from a folk saint of death due to other life events. You cannot simply start working with other deities. That's what's wrong with this guy. What happened since then? I don't know. He totaled his car. I haven't seen him for a while, but I know he totaled his car. Although I have included an unbonding ritual to break up with the most holy death in chapter 8 of this book. It is recognized that sometimes we move on spiritually and not all can bond with Mother Death. This ritual does not work if you have blood pact with her. That's what they think. If you think that Jesus has the power, then he has the power. You have to go back to Jesus, bro. People came to him and asked, "Could you heal me?" He said, "If you believe that God can do it, then I can do it." Really? You have to believe in it. You have to believe in Jesus more than in death for this to work. You have to believe in Jesus for everything, and that's how it works. Give him the power to have power over your life. Believe in him, and you'll see what you know what I mean? Your belief will come to be. They just believe they can't break free of this. This is just one. This is the first one, but there's other pacts that they make. They sell their soul, they give their soul, you know what I mean? And that's Alistair. For all eternity, he's given his loyalty to this, to me, to avenge for all eternity. He did it for God. He was a justice angel for God. So when he fell, he became the justice angel in hell. He didn't stop being what he was being. He never stops what God made him. And that's me. I never stopped giving the wisdom of the gods. That's what I was always meant to do. In every lifetime, I've always done that. Really? The power of the gods. Really? But he gave that, and that's what it meant to be an Alistair. An Alistair is to be an avenging angel. Pac made a pact. Pac made a pact with me, with my spirit, whether in life or in death. He made a pact to be a devotee to me forever. Forever. I'll go wherever you go. I will be there in spirit with you forever. In life or in death, I will be there with you. That's what these pacts are. These are these unbreakable promises. These are these promises I have to my twin flames. Through life or death, we'll always be together. Really? What can break that? What's stronger than this pact between you and another? Is anything stronger than that? Well, depending on what the pact is. Why did you make this pact with death? Was it based on love or based on fear? So what's the strongest thing in this whole world, in all worlds, in all dimensions? Love. So that's where it is you can believe your way out of it. Really? Let's see. I want to add an anecdote to make it clear why blood pact must be taken seriously. I was told by a Karanda, and I've done that. I've had to do this. I've had to, you know what I mean? On many of my rituals, I'll poke my fingers. I'll do this where I pour my blood into this. Not knowingly. I don't sit there and do it. Nobody does it. But I'll be like, I'll realize that I just cut myself and now my blood is, it was one of these things. They did a welfare check on Mr. Plum when this happened. Realistically, it was the very weekend before Easter. And they said to cover your doorway with the blood of the lamb. Mr. Plum had cut himself, and I shit you not, after we read this, there was blood drops at the doorway, his back doorway. I was like, I guess that's the blood of the lamb. And I posted it, and next thing you know, the police were at his house doing a welfare check. They were watching very closely. Is she doing witchcraft on him? Why is he bleeding? What are you talking about? He cut himself. I didn't have nothing to do with it, but I seen a very unique synchronicity that this man, who is a Jewish man, happens to shed blood on his doorway the very weekend we're told to cover our doors with the blood of Christ, or the blood of the Lamb. Very intriguing, I think. Realistically, I didn't cut the man. Stupid. But that's what it is. It's like I have this huge cut on my leg right now. It happened during a full moon. I was getting together my herbs, and it's like I cut myself, and I didn't even realize I did. And it was like, I guess they wanted a blood offering. Really? That's how I look at it. I didn't do it on purpose. I don't just sit there and cut myself and give them blood. But if I poke my finger with one of these I do these little things, and then I'm sitting there trying to take this and poke it into a piece of paper, voodoo, if you will, and I'll poke my finger. It's not a lot of blood, but that one on my leg, dude, it was bleeding like crazy. It left a fucking mark. It just ripped my skin across. I was like, geez, that was a lot of blood. I shed a lot of blood for this one. Really? Yeah, blood packs. Bloodsuckers. I don't know. Ritual cleansing of your altar. Altars must be maintained and cleaned if spells are to work and prayers are to be heard. You must do. You must also do personal cleansing work at your with your own energy. Do not cleanse your altar if you feel you have attracted. What is this? Do not cleanse your altar if you feel you have attracted negative energy to yourself without doing a ritual of personal cleansing. Your altar and your statues, as described in chapter 4, should be cleansed at least once a month, ideally on a full moon or a new moon. But if you feel much negativity around you, and that's it, didn't I replace my altar? We moved to a whole new room and it changed everything. Really? Mm-hmm. Let's see. On a full moon or new moon. But if you feel much negativity around you, you may choose to do so on another day. If you can do this, do it the same day. You should cleanse your statues as detailed in moon bathing ritual selection, whereas explained on how to purify the effigies using the power of the moon. Right. So we're getting ready for a full moon, and that's where it is. Is you? I take in all the power of the moon. I mean, I do take out, I do my candles and all of that, but it's me. I'm the one taking in all the energy of the moon, and that's what I'm getting ready for. Really? Yeah, I'll be out there fucking cooking all night, just fucking tranced out, thinking about weird shit, listening to music, smoking weed. You want to hang out all night? All night long. Really? It gets kind of cold. Bring a blanket. Negative vibes can cling to you, as can the energy of spells that you have worked there. When you are praying or undertaking new spell work, such as backlog of energy, can prevent those spells from succeeding. Really? Yeah, we talked about all kinds of this shit. I told you I was exposing them. I mean, it's real. The shit is real. Magic is real. It's just, where are you channeling your magic and what are you channeling it for? There's spirits that that you can invoke and shit to do stuff in your life. And that's why I said people work on magic because they want a boyfriend, they want riches, they want good skin, they want to be sexy, to be they want to be admired by men. Really, they want the things of this world. They're using magic for nothing more than the things of this world. I don't really. I just manifest it. And then God makes me work hard for it. Not too hard, but I have to work at it realistically. And it gives me a sense of, co-creating. It's not just given to me. I have to, you know what I mean? I have to put some effort into it. And that's cool. I like that. I just wanted to show you the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. That really is the truth. I did this and this is what came of it. And it really works, but that's not how God works. And I'm telling you right now, if you do this, you're asking for darkness, and you can't just pray to Jesus later, because they're sure that you can't get out of this. I have that much faith in Jesus, but do you? And why even bother? Why play with the dark when you're safe in the light? My job is to go in here and get these people out of there. You're not strong enough. You don't know what's in there holding people down, which is nothing more than in their thoughts and in their feelings. Darkness is just that. It's a sickness of the mind and the body. And I did a whole week about trying to teach you about magic and how it can affect you and why they use it to bring you down, to hold you down so that you can't be productive, so you're not joyful, so you ain't got no light to share with nobody. Misery loves company. They don't want to see you doing better than them. So they're going to try to steal your light. Anything that makes you shine brighter than them, they're going to try to dim you. We call that the Diddy effect. Really? Yeah, and some people do it magically. And I'm trying to make you understand that even though I'm a witch in the light and I walk with the light, I am one of a fucking kind. You are never going to find, ever, and that's because I'm the Holy Spirit, you are never going to find a witch that works with Jesus. Never, fucking never. They don't exist. Witches are hiding in the dark, and they're using their abilities to make themselves, you know what I mean, to feed themselves. They'll cast curses and hexes for you if that's what it takes to feed their family. It's better than them having to fuck some guy they don't want to fuck, or go be a stripper, or go get a 9 to 5. They'd rather hex somebody for a couple $100. That pays my bills. They don't have no worry about who they're hurting. As long as they're taking care of their kids, they don't care who they're hurting. They're out there And you're easily could be one. And I taught you this week how to take some spells off. It's real, bitches. They're just hiding. They've been in hiding since the 1700s. Really? And I have a lot to do with this shit. And I'm here as my karma to help, clean it up and get those people out of that. Really? They went to the dark arts for all the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to get them out of it. Praying to a dark lord isn't going to make you powerful. It might make you powerful amongst men, but it's going to bring some powerful karma on you. In order for you to rise, you had to, a lot of people had to fall. And you didn't do this right. You know what I mean? Going back to it, cursing and hexing and, manipulating and playing with people. That's not going to get you secure in heaven. That's not going to give you good karma. Going back to whatever B just said to me, nothing good is going to come from this. Whatever you just lit up tried to light me up with, you're not going to be blessed for this. As above, so below. You shall reap what you've sown. And that's what happened to the twin flames. They literally rejected me. So the justice of it is your rejection. You said to the universe and to me and to God that you didn't want me. So you get what you gave. So now the universe and God and myself tell you that you don't want me. We will stand behind your words. This is your words. You're going to eat these words. Really? That's what it is. And that's what she said. You don't want to hang out with me because I don't want to talk about this. That was really weak shit there. I forgive you. It's not about forgiving you. I forgive you. I understand why you said that. I understand. I'm so understanding. It's not about I'm mad at you. I'm not mad. And I'm not hurt. I've had this happen to me a million times. I don't get hurt by this shit no more. You get numb to the shit, bro. You get numb to it. Really? To where, again, it's not a shadow anymore. I'm not going to get hurt every time somebody, turns on me. Because I stood up for me. You're going to turn against me. Well, keep walking. Really? No. Makes things awkward as I'll keep running into her. And that's what God did with fucking Diana. Put me on the elevator every fucking time. Put me on her floor and in front of her every fucking time after I told her to leave me alone. Had to keep fucking putting me in front of her and keep telling me to be nice. I will be nice. I forgive you, but I'm not going to do this. Really? Yeah. And then I become the enemy because what? I forgave you. I just didn't accept it. I'm not going to accept this. I'm not going to allow you to do this again. No, I'll never do it again. I bet you will. I bet you fucking will. I bet you fucking will. You don't even realize this is a pattern yet. What you just did to me is a pattern in your life. You don't have to do it to me twice for me to know that. You need to recognize that. Really? And this is again, I see this in everybody. This is a pattern in humanity. If I don't do what you want, if I don't act right, if I don't conform to what you want, you're not going to love me. You're not going to be my friend. You're not going to be nice to me. You're only nice to me as long as I'm nice to you. You're only nice to me as long as I have something to offer you. It's not equal give and take. You're just there to take from me. And when I have nothing else to give, you don't want me anymore. I am disposable. And what does that make you? Disposable. You disposed of me, so I dispose of you. Why should I fight for someone that doesn't want me? Doesn't value my opinion or my feelings? Really? Mm-hmm. And that's where it was. And that's where it is. And then I got I don't even know how many messages she sent. I promise you, I never read Sophie's. And that's in an old phone. I just deleted them. I blocked her. I never talked to her again. I don't want to hear it ever again. I don't want to hear how you're just the way you are and you don't have to change. Fine. Then my work is done. I only deal with people that want to change. I'm not here to force you. If you're fine the way you are, then it's time for me to go. You never needed me. Really? And I don't need this. There's lots of other people that God wants me to inspire to change. There's lots of other people that are going to be mad when I tell them to change. There's lots of other people that don't want to change. That's okay. What am I going to keep doing? Changing? Really? Yeah. I'm going to change the channel now. And with that being said, I'm going to take those 10 days of stay to yourself even more serious. I'm going to get me a good meal and stick to myself, do my self-love, and do my full moon rituals. Magic is real, and you got to be careful what you're dealing with. This is real, and it's really dangerous. She's not real. She's not a real effigy. She's a creation of your mind. And if you create this idea in your mind and you give it food and you give it love and you give it prayers and you give it devotion, it'll give you a good life. I'm asking you to give that to Jesus, not to Christianity, not to a church. That kind of love to Christ. That's it. You made up this God for yourself, and you're going to give this God whatever he wants so that it can give you a good life. I'm showing you right now, the shit that comes from this deity is not going to make your life good. It is trying to give you what you want, but it doesn't care if what you want is going to harm you. That's the difference between a benevolent God. That's just the difference between our God and yours. My God's not going to give you what you want. Know that. And that's why people don't want to serve him. You're like, God, why don't you just give my enemies the herpes? And God doesn't work like that. God, why don't you just give me my 8-time world champion? God doesn't work like that. If I just work harder, will you give it to me? No, he said no. Why? Because this will not bring you happiness, Lewis Hamilton. Quit questioning God and trying to run to some other God to give you what God said no to. And that goes back to your baby daddy, bro. He said no. I was like 19. I didn't know anything, and God said no. This isn't it. What am I going to do now, God? I got 2 kids, and I don't even know how to take care of myself. Oh, no, but you're not going to stay here. You're not going to stay with this man. Here I am at 43, and I'm being told, I'm starting to look at it. This man sold himself to this idea. He's suffering. He's ready to die. He never lived for anything. And I thank God. I thank God for those trials back then. You know what I mean? You may not know it now, but he's trying to set you free from a bad man. He gave you a great baby, and that's all you got out of it. And that should be enough. You should be grateful for what you did get and walk away from what he doesn't want you to have. She didn't want to hear that. I didn't want to hear it either. Not at 19, not at fucking 30. You don't want to hear it. I just want you to be careful of this. I have to show you. I had thought that we would get a dark practitioner in here to, expose the dark, but we're going to have to just go. I'm going to have to expose it for what it is. But I don't show you this, and you're obviously going to be tempted. Your flesh is tempted to try this out and see if you get what you want. What's the cost? What am I telling you right now? Why didn't God give it to you? God loves you. He wants to make you happy. If he didn't give it to you, it's because it's not going to make you happy, or it's not the time. God wants to put a man in my life, a great man. And I keep thinking it's this man, that man, and the other, right? But it's not them. And if it is them, this isn't the right time. And if I get what I want, I'm not getting what I want. I'm just getting the man, not what it makes me happy. I think this man will make me happy. That's not the truth. Not any man or woman or job or house or friend can make you happy. You think they do in a moment, but those are just some moments you share. You can't hold on and build a lifetime off of just, temporary happiness, temporary pleasure. There's a difference between happiness and temporary pleasure. It's like telling God, if you give me this job, I swear I'll be really happy, dude. I'll be a great servant. I swear, God, this will make my life so much better if I get this job. And you're mad he didn't give it to you, but you don't know the work environment. You don't know the manager or the shitty fucking coworkers. You don't know that job is really actually under federal investigation, and everybody that's working that job is literally about to go to jail. You're praying for your own downfall, and he won't give it to you, and you don't understand why. You're like, dude, if I could just get this job, dude, I'll be making great money, bro. I'll be doing good just like them, just like them. I'll be just like them. He has got failure written all over them. And you're trying to be like them and he won't let you. He don't want you to fall like them. He wants you to rise somewhere else. But you swear that if you just get this thing, it'll make you happy. You don't know it that it's not going to. It took me a long time to understand. I thought if I just, I don't know what happiness looks like, but you make me happy. So if I have you, you'll make me happy. That's not true. When I'm around you, I feel happy. But, I can't just have you all the time as my happiness. You don't make me happy. I just am happy to be around you, kind of shit like that. Your happiness is not outside of you. And begging God to give you something that you think is going to make you happy isn't the answer. Really? Mm-mm. And that's why people go into dark practices and witchcraft and shit like this. Now, as I say this, I have devotees myself. I pulled her card, Stephanie. She does magic, and I'm mad at her for cursing and hexing people. But then I had to be like, well, I taught you how to use this to defend yourself. Now you're just doing it for fun. Now you're just doing it for malice. You're just attacking all the ICE members. You're using magic to attack all of them. All of them aren't guilty. What are you doing? Stop that now. That's not what I gave this to you for, is to hurt innocent people. I gave this to you to protect yourself, not hurt other people. You're going to hurt yourself messing with Santa Muerte or some of these other ones. This is just the first. We'll find more. And he came to me. He knows that I'm a priestess. He knows that I do magic. He was scared. In my full moon ritual, he sees me under there doing a ritual. And he wants to talk to me about this death angel that he used to practice and now he thinks is out to get him. He came to the goddess to save him. And that's what I told him. If you have something dark on you, naturally it would come to me. It's drawn to me because I'm the dark goddess. And I said, you can't just give up your devotion. And I told him all this. I'll go find the video. It's like, you can't just give up your devotion. This is before I even knew what he was meddling with. You can't just, walk away from your God. I never walked away from Jesus in this. I needed Jesus to walk me through this. I just knew what I was going through was outside of Christianity. I didn't not take Christ with me. And that's why it says, a Christian, pagan, high priestess, witch. What the fuck is that? Read it again. And read it again. And read it again. And then read the next part that says, Lilith reincarnated. Read it again. Keep reading it until it makes sense. It's not making sense. It's not sinking in. You're not getting this. No matter how many times I tell you in how many videos who I am and what I am, you're not listening. You're not listening. You're not listening. How many of you have accepted what I am? How many times do I got to tell you? What do I have to do to show you? Does it matter? Am I trying to prove to you what I am? Or you're just denying it? It doesn't matter what I am. What matters is what God is and what you are. What you are to God and how to get you to God. That's all that matters. I'm not really important in all of this. But I am, in that sense, is don't forget who you're fucking with. I'm not just some witch. I am literally the fucking Holy Spirit. I am God in the feminine form. Connected to God in all things. Don't fuck with me. Jesus is right here telling me to be a good person while you're fucking with me, and I'm going to walk away with Jesus. But what is with me? I am the dark goddess. Darkness is going to consume you. I came to bring you light. You fucking attacked the light. You blew the light out. Now you're stuck in your own darkness. As I leave, I tell you to grab to Jesus, as I did, because I can no longer help you. He's here. I'm here to take him. Take his light into the darkest places, the damned souls, and get them out. Those that choose of their own free will to believe in this God above their own fucking hurts and pains. He will redeem you. I come here with the Redeemer. I am not your savior. He is. I am not. He saved me and he can save you. He can save anyone. All you have to do is believe in him and walk in his light. And that's all I can do. I'm supposed to go into the darkest places of hell and get the darkest people of hellions, back to the light. Don't think I'm not going to get fucked up down here. with these fucking human beings, these disgusting human beings. They're not going to hurt my feelings and attack me while I'm down here with the light. But I will come out of here and you'll just be down there. And I'll go into darker places to get darker people than you out. I'm here for prostitutes, drug dealers, rapists, fucking, you know what I mean? Cheaters, liars, killers. I'm here for the sinners, bro. Jesus has brought me to the sinners to bring them out in his word. I swear to you, I sympathize you a whole bunch. You're a whole ass drug dealer, a whole ass thief, a whole ass prostitute. You beat your children. You neglected your children. You turned your back on your family. You turned your back on your church. You're a terrible person. I get it. I still love you. God loves you. Jesus wants you. They want you to come out of that. Fine, then don't. But don't hurt anybody else while you're there. That's all I do, bro. Really? You never been to the dirty? That's what I'm here to do, is get the people that are furthest away from God back to God. The evil people, the people you deem as evil. I'm trying to get them out of their evil works and into God. Do you know another person that's going in and doing this? That wants to help mentally ill people? That wants to help fucking killers and, you know what I mean? That wants to understand child molesters? That wants to help these people? No, you just want to destroy them by races, by country, by nations. You want all gay people to go away. You just wish they would die. You want blacks, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans. You want Muslims. You want fucking witches. You want Christians. You want Catholics. You want people to die. Just go away. Those very people that you wish death on, I'm trying to rehabilitate and turn into better people. God cares about them. Your death isn't going to stop them. It isn't going to stop God from believing in them. I know I see what they are, but I see what God sees. I live in a homeless shelter with a bunch of fucking failure parents. Admit it, we're failures. We failed at something in life, and we can't even provide a home for our children. Did God do this to all of you? Is your story the same as mine? And that's it. You think you're fucking better? No, these are failure people. Why am I here? To help them so their children can have better lives. I don't give a fuck about these people. I care about the children. I don't give a fuck about you, B. I care about your child. I care that you become a better person for that. Fuck you, Morgan. I don't give a fuck about how the world has treated you. I just hope that you treat your child better, that she has a chance. Fuck you. What about the kids? Fuck you, Bobby. I told you. I don't give a fuck if you sit there crying every night, jerking off to my image. As long as your kids are happy. May you suffer for the rest of your life and your kids be happy. I don't give a fuck. That's Lilith. I try to help you because God cares about you. I don't. I care about your children. I have more hope in your children than I do in you. All I can do is walk you to it. And don't play with me. Don't never play with me. Don't never play with me because you're not playing with me. You're playing with God and all that is, and especially darkness. I'm the goddess of darkness. I'm surrounded by darkness. I just carry the light. I'm a light worker. Don't fuck with me. If I take my light, you're stuck in the darkness. And that was really, I don't even, right now I'm supposed to put my shit on, turn this video off, and go have a cigarette. Don't approach me. Don't approach me, bro. Don't apologize. Don't nothing, bro. Just leave me alone. Just part ways. Just separate. Just take your feelings and go your way. Really? I just meant to be a blessing. I don't need all this. I'm moving on. Like I said, what'd you say to me? Have a nice move. I am. I'm moving on. I'm going to have a nice move on now. Really? Don't ruin my day with your feelings. Really? That's it. And I'm not a victim of this. This is my service to humanity. I don't care. I'm just here to do my job. I don't care who the people are, bro. If there's one that I can get to the light, then I feel like I won. If I didn't, then I don't care anyways. The more I teach people the light, the better I get at it. If you don't want to walk in it, that's fine. I don't care. According to the Bible, 3/4, or what is it, 2/3 of humanity die. 2/3 of you don't make it to the next world. I tried. I'm not going to cry at every corpse. That's it. I'm not going to sit there and knock on every door in California and tell you bitches to move out because there is a fucking earthquake that's going to come and wash this thing into the sea. They have told you for fucking 20, 30, 50, hundreds of years. I'm not going to keep knocking on the door until the fucking ground cracks. You don't want to hear the message? Fine. I'm not going to cry anymore for my children or anybody else. It's going to be sad. But realistically, we're going to sit there like, well, I knew that was going to happen. Really? I'm not begging you. I'm not begging you to walk in the prophecies, and I don't know when it happens. I'm not going to tell you that, it happens on this day, you're good till this day. That's not how this works. On this day, you walk away. Really? Just saying. I said all that, and then next thing you know, California was on fire, and then it was floods, and it was literally falling into the ocean. It was like, no way, is this really happening? It really did. It really did. Right before Allie moved location, I think Allie would have fucking got burnt in the fire. I think supposedly it burned down Steve's fucking house. No, the Malibu Barbies had to move on, get a new life. Really? Yeah. My feelings aren't hurt. Yours are. You're not going to hurt my feelings because your feelings are hurt. That's not how this works. I didn't get this far to get hurt by your little words and actions because you don't want to be my friend. I'm that mean. Oh, you don't like me? Get in line. There's a line around this world that doesn't like me. I didn't come here to be liked. You will respect me when I'm gone, though. You'll respect what I came to bring you. I don't care if you liked it. It wasn't meant to be liked. The truth hurts. I gave you something that nobody else did, which was God's truth. Nobody likes that. That's why I don't charge for this. The shit is priceless, but it's gonna weigh heavy on you. Realistically, you didn't ask for this. You didn't ask for my opinion. Well, I didn't ask for yours. Love yous, laters. Watch out for the witchcraft. Oh, what do we got down here? Hi to you guys. Yeah, we're doing full moon ceremonies. Don't pray to false gods. Watch out for magic. Realistically, I mean, I work with, as a priestess, we work with all deities typically. I work with the light and the dark. I'm one of a kind, but typically no, like the Priestess of Morgan works with only Morgan. Jason Miller, who is a witch, he works with all kinds of deities. He works with all the different deities. You know what I mean? Shit like that. Going back to Wolfman. Wolfman only toys with some of this. He's not a ritual worker. He's not going to be doing no full moon rituals. He doesn't do this regularly. He just toys and dabbles in it. You know what I mean? He takes classes on it here and there as he travels. He likes to learn people's, religious beliefs. It's kind of like Socrates, I suppose. Just kind of learning what people learn. Not really applying it, just kind of, meddling in it. Really? Yeah. He's not a devotee to anything. I was going to initiate him into the craft, but he denied that. Realistically, he denied my power is what he did. And in essence, to say he was more powerful. It was all based on ego. Okay, Igor, let's see you. I'll see you on your next love reading. Not even. Don't even listen to your stupid tarot reads. Really? You're just talking about someone from the past that I've outgrown. At this time, I think you're going to start talking about yourself now. This could be me. It is you. It could be you or anybody else I've had to walk away from. I'm the only one that does this. I'm the only one that gets this, that walks away from the things that are no longer serving me. I'm the only one that gets it. So yeah, be careful with this. I am going to expose more different deities and spell work. I am a cult buster. But don't be tempted. Don't be tempted, bro. I mean, you are. I know you are. You're like, I want to try this. She warned you. I spent a whole page telling you not to fuck around with this. If you are that dumb as a fucking adult or child that you're going to do something after the person that wrote this book told you not to, and the fucking spiritual dark goddess herself told you not to. If you want to be that fucking dumb, don't come to me afterwards saying, oh, I fucked up. We told you not to do this to begin with. I'm trying to show you what people do and why not to do it. Not to encourage you to go be dumb like them. The whole point of what I do over here is don't be like them. Don't do what B just did. Don't do that shit. Don't do that. Don't be that person. I'm serious. I didn't buy this book for you guys, you know what I mean, to walk you guys into a sacred union with holy death. I don't read you with the Bible, the Holy Bible, to walk you into a church, a Christian church. I don't do any of that. Really? No. Don't commit yourself to death. Commit yourself to life. Really? Mm-hmm. And if you know any Hispanics that be talking about Santa Muerte and shit, you need to send them this. They're secretly telling on themselves. They can't. They made a pact not to tell you what they pray to and what they've gotten from it. They're not going to tell you what this deity did for them. They're not going to tell you what they asked this deity to do. But they know it was wrong. Because they know it was. It wasn't of God. I knew that right away, bro. Realistically, I promise you. All I wanted was a relationship with him. And God wouldn't give it to me. I offered this bitch one plate, some weed, some tequila, and she gave me Bobby on a fucking platter. You can have him right now, this weekend. He'll come to you right now. You can have him. No, never mind. I knew better. But she tried to give me what I wanted. That's manipulation right there. Give you what you want so that I can have what I want, which is literally your loyalty, your dedication to pull you away from God. I'll give you what God won't give you. What is it? I don't know. There's no such thing as the devil, but it's something. The darkness can get to you and it can answer your prayers. And now we've seen it. Really? Yeah. That's why I was like, God, where are you at? He's like, I am nowhere around any of this. Why'd you send me in there, God? There's something creepy in there. Just take Jesus. You'll be all right. Come on, God. I'm not playing. Jesus has gone to hell. You're the goddess of hell. You'll be okay. My skin is scared. My skin is scared. I don't be scared of nothing. Until I was fucked with this. That scared the shit out of me, bro. It scared the shit out of me. Go look at my videos. It scared the shit out of me. I've never seen something work so instant. God doesn't do that. Don't abandon God for instant pleasure, bro. That's the whole point of this. It'll work. But you're not going to like what you get, bro. You might for a minute. But it's going to bring hell upon you. Really? This bitch. Now I got her in my energy. She's probably the one that's making me fuck up on my words. Just kidding. Did you see anything moving at my altar? That would be her. Just kidding. Don't worry, Jesus sits at the highest throne. We're covered. And that's what it is too. It's like, and that's what I was like, maybe we'll bring her to the altar. I'm not making an altar to this bitch. That's what I said in the beginning. We might be bringing her to that. No, we're bringing we're bringing the light to the darkness is what's happening around here. Really? Yeah, scary. And of course we had to read it under the full moon because that's when witches do that type shit. Don't do it, guys. I'm telling you, don't curse yourself. Just turn back to God. Really? Yes. The power of Christ compels you. It's gonna sink in that I just lost my friend. Oh, dumbass. That's why I try. It's like, why don't you have any friends? I could tell you one. This isn't working out for me, God. They're not very friendly down here. I'm sure she apologized. I'm sure she did, but that's not okay. I forgive you. But you can't just be like, oh, I don't want to be your friend and have a nice life. That's what she said, bro. That was pretty mean. I'm supposed to be the evil, wicked witch of the West. What the fuck was that? Really? And then she sent me like 500 messages. And now I got to be mean. And I'm not going to get emotionally involved. I'm not going to go through the highs and the lows of whatever in those messages. I stopped at the beginning. I stopped at this. Really? Yes. Have a nice move. That's where I stopped. Really? And if I see her, she's going to probably try to talk about it. And that's what I said. So you're going to definitely put your feelings on me, aren't you? I feel like I need to stay in my room today. Whatever. Moving on. And that's just it. I mean, fuck. Sever ties. It's going to hurt for a minute, but you can see that this is worth it and you can move on. Realistically, well, I won't be focusing on hanging out with friends. I'll be focusing on my own life now. Less focus on you, more focus on me. That's just how it is. Realistically, guess so. Moving on. Watch out. Full moon ceremonies, witchcraft, karma, all of that. Decisions, cutting off people. Lots of stuff. Really? Yeah, tomorrow will be better. I'll be in the sun tomorrow. God will be sharing love and light. Today it's the dark night of the soul. Saturn and all these fucking planetary. I told you this was going to be a lot. We're going to go through a lot of dark and then be blasted with light. It's been a fucking ride, hasn't it, though? I feel like I shouldn't even take off my pajamas for this. Hey, I love you guys. I'll catch you guys later. We'll see where this goes. I hope it don't go nowhere. I hope I just go in my room and mind my own fucking business. Really? Guys, this is an example. I'm fine by myself. I like the idea of hanging out with someone, but it never works out for me. It's not you, it's me. I'm okay with spending the rest of my life alone because it's just it's not lonely. It's not lonely being me. It's stressful trying to be me around other people. It causes me more anxiety, more pain to be around people than it does to be by myself. Really? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like trying to get along and trying to meet your needs and play this role and be what you want. Like I can't. I'm messy, and every time I don't like something or I'm not pleasing to you, you want to, act funny with me. I can't play these roles with you people, bro. I can't be a friend. I keep trying and I it's not working for me. We could say it's you, but I'll just say it's me and call and say it and just take the brood. Why? Because I don't even want to blame you. Just blame me and move on. It's like there's nothing wrong with that. I don't fucking find a problem with this. I did in the beginning. Why can't I have friends? It took me 3 years to figure this out. I'm okay with this now. I'm not even trying no more. Why haven't I been with a man? Oh, it took me a couple years to figure that out. I'm okay with this. I'm not even trying. Until God tells me, go talk to them, go be nice to them. I didn't do this for me. I did it for God. And in essence, because of his love for you. And I was supposed to have a good ride through this. Yeah, it was great for a little while, and then it got terrible. That was terrible. That was hurtful, and that was mean, and that was bullshit. Really? Yeah. All I said is I don't want to hear about your baby daddy. Fine. I thought you were my friend. That was fucking Morgan. What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to change the baby's diaper? How am I supposed to make her listen to me? You're supposed to be my fucking friend, and then you just tell me to figure it out? That's not very friendly of you. You know what? I'm going to go. Fine. And that's what I mean. Everybody's all mad at me. You want me to tell you something, and then you don't like what I fucking tell you. Well, don't ask me. I don't fucking know. It's your life. Learn how to live your own life. I'm trying to figure out mine. I don't know how to even live my life. I listen to God. Maybe you should try it out. Really? Really? Seriously? I don't want to leave my door. I just want to have a cigarette, and I don't want to walk into this. God damn it. She's probably outside waiting for me. God. Conflict. All right. Hey, I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Yeah. Dark night of the soul. Get through it. You can do it. Yeah? Yeah. Later, haters.